Right. Hello, good evening. I'm Professor McCoy. Welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. And we left off... Wait, what? On Citadel Station? Did we really leave off on Citadel Station? That doesn't seem right. Oh yeah, we did. We did. Because we were hemming and hawing and trying desperately to decide where to go next. And I have decided that we're going to go to, as the thumbnail has indicated, going back to Nar Shaddaa tonight, to get into that whole mess, because man oh man is there a whole big mess on Nar Shaddaa. It's a fun little quest. It's a very elaborate quest. Especially compared to KOTOR 1 or anything in there. But it should be... Let's go to the dock. Let's get back to the ship. It should be pretty good. It's long. It's very drawn out. Very complicated. But it's also... Where's my ship? In here, right? It's also that part of the game where we're switching in between all of the various characters. Now, one thing you'll notice, I'm not wearing a helmet. They're not wearing their headgear either. I have successfully, I think successfully at least, I hope successfully installed the no helmets mod, or at least the invisible helmets mod. So we can see all of our characters' pretty faces, at least I think. Now, unfortunately, that does mean we never see their helmets. There is no, like, conversations, off only in conversations kind of option. This game is not nearly sophisticated enough to do that sort of thing. What's up here? Can I bother you? No, I can't. Nothing's really locked when you have a lightsaber. But also, let's not do that. What over here? We can come in here, but there's nothing in here. Oh well. Anyway. So, yeah, Oh,
It
there's a
might be
thing going
helpful
on.
if I made some changes to my remote's maintenance laser to do spot repairs.
Analysis. Such an improvement would be beneficial to maintaining optimal damage output in combat situations. Suggestion. Master, your technician should be put on this task right away.
All right then. I'll work on it when we get back to the Hawk.
We are back at the Hawk.
There. You should be able to do some quick fixes. You won't be able to perform serious repairs, but you should be able to patch up any broken droids.
Ooh. Cool. Has been upgraded with the ability to repair other droids in the party. Sweet.
I don't understand why you won't let me take a look.
Statement. I've had quite enough tampering at the hands of unskilled meatbags such as yourself. I'm not eager to submit to this treatment now or in the future.
Unskilled meatbag? I'll show you unskilled.
Appeasement. I did not mean to imply that you were an unskilled meatbag, as incapable of performing rudimentary repairs as holding a hydrospanner. It is only that I am quite
he
particular
teleported.
with my repairs. Perhaps, when I am more confident in your abilities, I will allow you to examine my internal components.
I kind of like... No, I really like that there are, like, squad mate interactions. Not just you interacting with the members of your crew, but the members of your crew... excuse me. Interacting with each other. It's very cool, and it's a big development from the last game. That said, not Onderon, Nar Shaddaa. Let's go. That said, the fact that they all trigger at once when you enter your ship is a little bit distracting from the flow of things. I mean, one way you can think about it is this is what was happening while you were gone. And they don't have another way of really implementing that, I suppose. So maybe it's something like that, but no, it's it is I think still a big improvement especially as far as character development goes. Even though like I said, even though there's some weirdness to it. And yeah, another example of Nar Shaddaa being really, really cool, but I would never, ever want to go here for any length of time whatsoever. This, like, literally miles-high city, spanning, I think, the whole planet, is just nightmarish to me. Alright. So, excuse me again. Let's bring Disciple and Atom. Disciple is now consular. It's so weird that he's a consular. Wait a minute. Wait. Cancel. Because first, there was something I just remembered we had to do. We need to select a prestige class. I forgot to last week. But we want to do, I think, the Jedi Watchman, which is basically the development of the Jedi Sentinel. It's the skill monkey. Ready to learn the higher mysteries of the Force.
The time to hide your presence is coming to a close, and you will need to increase your training. You are ready. Your training must increase, and there are higher mysteries you must learn. But only you must know the path you will take. I cannot choose it for you. Is it battle that stirs you? To meet an enemy blade upon blade? Such is the way of the greatest of Jedi warriors, the weapon masters. Or perhaps it is investigating the mysteries of the galaxy, seeking out injustice and harm, and bringing it into the light. Such is the way of the Jedi Watchman in the time of Ulic Qel-Droma and Exar Kun. Or perhaps your way lies upon the ancient mysteries, and to teach others the ways of the Force, as I have, the way of the Jedi Masters.
That's like talking about, if you're a martial arts teacher, like talking about in the days of Jet Li. Okay, yeah, it was like half a century ago. All right. Jedi Watchmen should return to the galaxy, and I will be the first to restore them.
It is not some great test you require to be what you strive to be. It is only your decision to find that path that matters. From here on, you guide your destiny. But in order to take the next steps, you must face your past and put it to rest.
You've become a prestige class and taking your first steps to learning the higher mysteries of the Force. Cool, and that also comes with a free level up. And I get slightly more skill points. No, I don't. I get the exact same number of skill points. Okay. Fine, I guess. Beats. You get Master Flurry. Master Jedi Defense, I'm tempted by. You got Finesse in both. Toughness might help. +2 damage with lightsabers. Nah, it's not worth it. +6 to all deflection rolls. Certain items. I mean, that's good. I usually do use a lightsaber, so maybe that's good, but... I think I'm going with Master Flurry. Yeah, Master Flurry. Let's do that. Force Camouflage. Let's look at what exactly that does. I don't really know. Doesn't tell me. I do Revitalize or Master Heal. plus Charisma modifier, Wisdom modifier, and Force and level. 15 plus Charisma modifier, Wisdom modifier, and 2 times the level. Poison and stun effects are neutralized. Poisons are neutralized. This eliminates stun. Oh, that's tempting, but let's go with Revitalize. I need to be able to heal to bring people up. Yeah. What does that do? Recog. Revitalize. Force channel. Back to mind. Force camouflage. Here we go. This power enables the Jedi character to use their stealth skill without a stealth field generator. Or lasts until the character deactivates it. Ooh. Oh, man, that's nice. My stealth is kind of awful, though. I mean, that's okay. It's actually not bad. That's 10. It's not too bad. Yeah, no, that's fine. All right, anyway. Cool, good deal. So, now, let's actually go to Nar Shaddaa. Oh, I'm already at Nar Shaddaa. Right. Yeah, we already flew there. All right, so let's get off. HT3. Anyway. Do what we were saying we were going to do.
I hear.
So why there is a little whining baby in the background is he's actually not. That's not the baby. That is the Michael. That is the toddler. The younger of the toddlers, and he is he's upset because we have we've sort of been allowing him to sleep in the top bunk when he's napping. There's napping during the day when his sister, his big sister, is not napping. She doesn't nap during the day anymore. She's old enough not to, I guess. And he does. He still naps during the day. And so the problem is that he has now gotten really used to liking the top bunk after like literally 2 days. He did it yesterday and today. And now at night, he keeps climbing up and invading his sister's top bunk. And she does not appreciate it very much because she's trying to sleep. So, man, he's gonna come up. He'll realize. He'll calm down. I hope. And not do it. Needs to be sponsored for a pilot's lesson. I don't know how to do that. Refugees, they're hemmed in by the Sirocco thugs in the exchange. Let's see if we can do that. Sirocco thugs denied me entrance. Seeking passage. Karana and her family. Find someone to transport them. Yeah, maybe I'd like to do that. La Savo. Contact Nar Shaddaa never showed up. So can't sell his cryogenic power cells without the money from the trade. He can't. Okay. Needs to sell them somehow. Okay. Trade war. Gita offered the same discount Undar did. Okay. I think that looks like it's done. I need a blank transponder card and a new ID signature. Okay. Fuel source, which I can also do here. Alright, let's go to the refugee sector, shall we? Actually, wait. We haven't even gone to the entertainment promenade at all this entire time. So let's go ahead and just do that first. I will say, we will eventually also need a new, another lightsaber. Because I would like for him to dual wield, and I'd like for Atten to have a lightsaber. That's his secondary weapon. So that means we need 2 more lightsabers. At least. 2 more. We eventually probably need one for Kreia. We are going to need a couple more as well. So, just sort of gradually as we go. We'll need to pick up some more lightsabers. If we can find them. Oh. Hello, ladies. Not yet, sister. We must wait. It's hard to wait. The beautiful exile is so close, within reach. Stop it. Still, we must. It is the anticipation, sister. Savor it. It is the waiting that makes the kill worthwhile. Wait, to bonk? I don't know, man. It's weird. Really weird. Real weird, man. Weird. Weird. Okay, that little guy. Cantina. Look, I told you, fire up your engines elsewhere. That's a euphemism, isn't it? Why should you not be persuaded? You come on like fire, then douse me with smothering of flux. I just don't have the time right now, or ever. Or Leku tell a different story. I can see the twitch. It's revulsing, you shooter. You must give me one opportunity, good bargain for you. I have invested much thought into this, what we could become. I'm not really interested in your fantasies. They're not imaginings, they're plans, action, you will see. Why don't you leave the girl alone? Why don't you call back into the filthy refugee sector, human? This is none of your concern. Keep pressuring her and you'll make it my concern. I'm prepared to die, human. What? No. Go to sleep. Let me go real fast. And let me begin my day. I didn't need to do anything. I just stunned him and he's done. She just ran off. That's fine, I guess. It's probably for the best.
So, you have the look of a seasoned spacer about you. What backwash you looking for?
Know anything interesting about the area?
Well, honestly, there's not much for people like you and I to do around here. If you, catch my meaning.
I think I understand. What can you tell me, then?
Well, there is plenty for them to do. The Pazak Den, swoop races, the Jek Tar, they're pretty much taken care of.
Pazak Den?
Yeah, the Pazak Den is a glorified social club for hardline Pazak players. It's exclusive, though, with a guard at the door and a password needed to simply get in. Don't know why you'd want to get into that place. Bunch of Firaxa sharks will strip you clean of your credits. Especially the champ.
The champ?
He only shows up to play people he deems worthy enough. You'd just have to beat about everyone in that place before he'd even think of coming out of hiding.
Maybe we should do that. Alright, we already know about the swoop races. We won. Also, tonight I'm drinking another Elysian pumpkin beer. This time a Dark of the Moon pumpkin stout. With a nice werewolf. Because that's exactly what we've been talking about nonstop for like talking about and worrying about for like 2 weeks in 2 of our D&D games. First, we had a player character get transformed into a werewolf in the Saturday game I'm running. Then we've been dealing with werewolf politics, of all things. Werewolf and vampire politics, for that matter, I guess, in our Curse of Strahd game. So that's all very, very fun. What about Jek Tar?
Now there's a place that's literally deadly for our kind. Jek Tar is a bar filled with cyanogen gas. It's poisonous to you and I, but the aliens drink it up and pay good money to do so. The cyanogen gas also acts as a social buffer, since the people who typically frequent Jek Tar aren't interested in speaking to the likes of you and I in the first place.
Alright, I'll be going. That's interesting. Excuse me again, that's interesting. No. You won't do it all. Where did you learn to dance, girl? Do you realize your insult your stumbling will lead to Voga? Get out of here. Seen enough for today. All of you can go. What are you waiting for? Go! She didn't look so bad. Indeed, she looked much worse. Never have I been subjected to a dance such as that one. Disgraceful to a Twi'lek to dance like that. Ogle will be furious if I cannot find new entertainment for him. His last dancer was a relation of mine, thus he placed much of his displeasure upon my shoulders. Perhaps my luck is changing. Look at what fate has brought me. You yourself are quite a specimen. Perhaps you would like to find work as one of Voga's dancers. Perhaps we can work out an arrangement of some sort. What's in it for me? We'll be paid, of course. Voga pays handsomely for his entertainment, and this will be no exception. You'll receive a bonus also for the help you would be giving me. Tell me about Voga. Volga's one of the most influential huts on Nar Shaddaa. He controls much of the fuel shipping out of Salehiron, in addition to the trade of countless other resources. And as you might have gathered, he's quite the appetite for the finer things in life food, drink, dance, which is why I'm here today and why I could use your help. What would you need of me? Quite simple. All you'd have to do is bring a willing female that would meet Voga's standards to me. If she could dance well enough, then I would take her to dance for Voga, and you would be paid in return. I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna have to wind up doing this myself, and it's gonna be super awkward. So that'll be fun. I don't actually have to do this yet. I don't have to do this right now, but I am gonna have to do it eventually. There's a reason for this. It's ridiculous. It's part of that really long, big, super massive, convoluted plot. What am I doing here? I just walked in. Anyway. Okay. What's all this then? Password. I can go in. You can go.
Next time, there might be another way to convince someone of your point of view.
No, it's fine. Hold on. Let me, do a nice proper save. Or I go lose all my credits. AS4.
Oh, hello. You have caught me at a rare time. Usually there are many players who seek to play, but you are fortunate to have caught me at a moment of quiet.
This is the sultriest droid I have ever heard. By far. It's a little bit disturbing. Why so many players?
I fear it is because I am simply not a skilled Pazak player. I'm afraid protocol droid skills and language interpretation are not something that lend themselves to Pazak and probability.
So why do you play?
Why? I cannot help myself. In fact, every time I seek to find the answer to that question, I'm consumed with the need to come here and play Pazak. I'm concerned that the problem may lie with my memory core. Without routine memory wipes, you know, such degradation is known to occur, leading to instabilities. I fear my obsession with Pazak is one such corruption.
Or it's a virus. Let me take a look at your programming.
I am not sure I wish it fixed. I do find some degree of satisfaction in playing. Would you like to play?
Yeah, maybe if the droid's not very good, there's some credits to be made here.
Oh, most certainly, sir.
I feel like we're being
I'm not a good
hustled.
player. Quite the mark, as it were.
We're definitely being hustled. Check for oddities. Notice there's an unusual looking module attached onto the droid's left arm. Hook it up to my datapad. Successfully interfaced with the module. According to the memory core, the module is set to send burst transmissions at a set interval. The signal is omnidirectional, and therefore the receiver remains anonymous. Interesting.
Oh, hello.
Okay. Fine, let's play Pazak. 100 credits, let's go for it. Yeah, that's good. Good card set. That'll do. Hey. Oh. Hello. 20, huh? Oh, do I risk it? Do I use this up? And then bank on a 2? No. Oh, are you kidding me? All right. Damn it. Okay. Oh, goody. Wow. I've defeated S4. Alright. That's all for now. Thank you. Good game. That was way closer than it was supposed to be. How about you?
I swear, half these players must have skifters up their sleeves.
Hold on, I need to check the controls again. I don't trust myself to hit the right button. Quick save is F4. Oop. Smooth skins shouldn't walk free. Oh, wow, that's rude as heck. Patrons, Danis, Garetti. Alright, well, let's just go in order, shall we? We've done Droid, we do Twi'lek, then we do Duros. What do you want? Do you have any cards I could buy? Ooh, plus or minus 2. Buy it. Plus or minus 5. I'll buy that one too. Okay. What do you want? I wanted a few answers to. What do you want? A few answers to a few questions.
I think maybe you should let me handle this one.
That was magnificent. Thank you for such a stimulating game. Wow, you really? That was a thing that happened. Okay. Hello, the big winner. Okay. Wow. Good job, Atten, I guess. Ugh. Alright, how about Garetti here? Searching for a game, human. Must be willing to lose if playing. No time for grey human upsets and accusations. Very troubling, very upsetting. I have some questions about the other players. I have time for Pazak human. No time for anything else. It's difficult for you to understand. Maybe human step away, make room for another loser, yes? Alright, let's play. Wager, that's fine. Get rid of that, add that. Get rid of that, add that. Okay, let's play. Ooh. Wow, alright. Ooh, 20, huh? Okay. Tied. Again. Don't want to risk it. Alright. Ooh. Okay. Tied. You win this round. So, 18, huh? I won. Congratulations, human. It is not often that I find another who can challenge me. I'll be going now. Hey, we beat everybody. Let's quick save again. So, something I've actually been thinking about, because I've had Tolkien on the mind a bit, quite a bit lately. Just because,
these tables are gonna bleed me dry.
Sort of the aftermath of the Rings of Power, and a lot of people have been talking about Tolkien in general, and particularly, and specifically. So I've been, just sort of thinking about a lot of things Tolkien related. And, feel quiet about this place. And I've been thinking about, some things that are very... Oh, who are these fellas? That a lot of people get wrong. So, and the Rings of Power among them. Are you going to the Pazak den? If I am. There's a player inside by the name of Garetti. You can come out here so we can talk to him. Can I pass a message along for you? Oh, we prefer you tell him the news in person. It's better this way. That sounds like it might be worth some compensation. Let's just say you would be doing me a favor. I assume they're gonna beat him. So I'm gonna go talk to him about it. think you're ready. Searching for a game? No. No. You've got some friends waiting up front. Friends, what are you talking about? Some thugs looking to rough you up by the look of things. Quick. That stinkweed skagging Chuba face. I will not pay them no matter how much long they harass me. I can stay here all day if it takes. Maybe some other time. Alright, I guess that's just... They're just never gonna see each other, that's fine. He's just gonna hang out here, maybe live here, who knows. Because I'm not going to bring him out to get beat up by a bunch of thugs. Why about this place? He didn't want it. What happened? Why isn't he with you? Why do you want to talk to him? It was a personal matter. Alright, I couldn't get him to come out. Try harder. I'm not gonna do that. Alright, let's go back to the refugee sector for right now. See what else there is to do over there. Actually, no, wait, docks. There's a couple of docks things to do. Over this way, right? Yeah. So, one of the things that I think Rings of Power gets wrong, and that honestly a lot of the commentators have gotten deeply, deeply wrong. The sort of moderately well-read in terms of Tolkien's lore. The people who criticize it and do so very well and very in depth, but not with as much of a, I guess, a deep understanding of Tolkien's lore. Something that a lot of people miss out on. So let's not mess with these yet. Okay. So a lot of people have noticed. So this is, I'm thinking of people like Shadiversity, who's I think a great example of this sort of thing. He knows what he's talking about in terms of he and the Night's Watch group. They know what they're talking about in terms of media criticism. The problem, though, is that they don't know the lore of Tolkien. Excuse me. Too terribly well. Rather, I would point instead to somebody like... Oh, gosh. The Little Platoon. He knows his stuff. Just some guy, obviously. What's his name? The Jolly Viking, who I mentioned in my video on the subject. They really know their stuff, like inside and out, backwards and forwards. Unbelievable. And in this case, I think they would probably get this sort of thing right, but they didn't take note of it. And a lot of people have been complaining about, or I guess noticed.
You interrupting me for a reason? Oh. I have a lot of work to do, to manage here, right? So, what is it?
Anyway, give me a minute. I'm gonna stand here and talk for a moment. So a lot of people have pointed out that elves are just better than humans in basically every way, which is not right per Tolkien. I've seen a little bit of pushback in some of those sort of like panel interview type things, like when Little Platoon is on EFAP or Every Frame with Pause. He kind of pushes back on this a little bit. Some of the folks on Friday Night Tights will push back on this a little bit. Like Disparu, I think, is pretty good on this sort of thing, because elves and men are equal but different and distinct in the eyes of Eru Ilúvatar, in other words, in the eyes of God, basically, and that means that they each have things that are good and sort of less good about them. And so elves are tied to Arda, that is creation, the world, eternally. And they will remain in and of the world from beginning to end. Whereas men leave the world and to go be with Eru Ilúvatar at the end of their lives. They die and go on. And so this is the gift of the Eldar, or the light of the Eldar, as interchangeably called, and the gift of men. But then even just physiologically, at least in the Silmarillion, it is very, very clear in Tolkien's mind that elves are more agile than men, but men are stronger than elves, at least on average. So men are much stronger than elves, or they're supposed to be. You see this especially, a great example of this is in the Children of Húrin, talking about Turin Turambar, who was one of the greatest warriors to have ever lived. And the reason he was such a terror on the battlefield, and a terror especially in single combat, is because he had the strength of an incredibly strong human, an incredibly strong man. Not like supernaturally, but just a strong man. And yet, he was trained for a very long time, for basically his entire life, by elves, the elves of Doriath. And what this ultimately means is he was able to match a measure of their agility. And it's elven agility that gives them a distinct advantage in combat, at least most of the time. They're faster, they're more accurate, they're more precise, and they're more maneuverable. They can get around easier, they can move more lightly. And so Turin learned a lot of this and practiced an almost elven elegance, grace, agility. And so when in at least one occasion, when he fights a couple of elves, a few elves, like a handful of elves, if I remember correctly, he is unarmed and easily beats like a handful of armed elven warriors, because he is far stronger than any of them, while also being nearly as agile, far quicker and more agile than any other human would be under similar circumstances. And so that's a huge disparity in the combat abilities, broadly speaking, of elves and men, and that's something that's missed out in a lot of adaptations, and especially in Rings of Power, right? We see Galadriel. There was an opportunity in here that was missed. In that scene where she's training the Númenórean recruits, there was an opportunity for her to say the things that she says, things like fight with your feet, not with your hands, which is silly, but I get what she's saying. She's saying focus on your footwork, be mobile, be agile, that sort of thing. The stuff that she is saying makes sense for an elf, or at least some of it does, because elves rely on agility rather than strength, as they don't have the same strength as a man or an orc. But men do. Men tend to be at least as strong as orcs, at least little goblins, maybe not urukai, but orcs, typical Morgul orcs. And so they probably can go strength versus strength with an orc. And so when Galadriel said, don't try and match an orc's strength, she's talking like an elf. And if the showrunners had known a damned thing, some character would have called her out on it. Maybe Elendil. Elendil could have perfectly well called her out on that and said, that's elven advice. And then, done something to show her up, to show her that her way isn't the only way, and that kind of thing. So it could be a moment of development, not just for her, but also for him and for the recruits and everybody. But it was a missed opportunity because she's just shown to be better and superior in basically every way, and it's an assumption shared by a lot of people now because of these adaptations, and because it's hard to say this in Peter Jackson's trilogy, in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the movies. Excuse me. Because very seldom do we see elves in combat. We see them at Helm's Deep, which wasn't in the books. We see them standing more or less toe-to-toe with men and being probably more effective in hand-to-hand combat. And then we see Legolas, who is very, very quick and very agile, but he doesn't seem to be weaker. And in the Hobbit movies, he is definitely not weaker. He is incredibly strong, we see, as depicted. And so it would have been, again, we get this impression that elves are just superior to men in every way, which is not how Tolkien wrote it. They're complementary in some sense. They have their each their strengths and weaknesses. And this is something that a lot of people miss because they don't, again, it's only in the deeper lore. It's not really explicit, even in the Lord of the Rings. The closest you get to an explicit statement of men being stronger than elves is on the Paths of Caradhras, when they're having to push through the snow. You have Aragorn and Boromir pushing through the snow and just shoving, like these big, strong, burly men shoving aside snow to get the halflings back through, to get the hobbits back. Whereas Legolas jumps on top and runs across the top of the snow. And so you have these two wildly different approaches, each playing to their strengths, which is beautiful. But that's missing from a lot of modern adaptations, unfortunately. Anyway, that is one of the things I think that a lot of, not just adaptations, but even a lot of critics get wrong, is they miss it because it's not there explicitly in most of the lore, but it is there in some of the deeper lore, in some really in the Children of Húrin especially. I mean, we see this really, really clearly there. But it's a great book, by the way. It's a fantastic book. If you're a fan of Tolkien, if you're a fan of Middle Earth, read the Children of Húrin. It's amazing, absolutely incredibly well written. It's terribly sad. It's deeply tragic, but it's so beautiful. All right. Anyway, so this guy, Rodarian friend, what do you work for?
My boss is the Hut Voga. I oversee the docks for Voga's freighters.
How's business?
You not from here? Business bad. Freighters get hijacked, no trade gets through, and they can't get fuel from Slaheron. Fuel reserves building up there.
Oh, really? Fuel reserves building up in Slaheron, huh? That might be handy for us for Citadel Station. Who's hijacking the freighters?
Goto and his exchange hijacks Voga's ships. Hurts business.
Why is Goto hijacking the freighters?
For money, I assume. We don't know how he does it. Every ship we send out, he gets.
Alright, something else.
Fine, but you
have any need for pilots?
Yes, but no work for pilots while ships get hijacked.
Oh. Is there anything I can do to help prevent the hijackings?
You talk to Voga. Maybe him you can help. I have enough trouble with pylons.
What's wrong with the pylons?
Pylon power supply badly damaged. Only can support one pylon at a time. Can't bring freighters in fast enough. You help bring freighters in. Maybe Fassa can help you later, huh?
Fassa's you, I guess. Lasavu's cargo is cryogenic power cells. Would those help?
Cryogenic power cells, you say? Ithorian gives Fassa some power cells, and Fassa let him go. Agree?
I think Lasavo will accept that deal.
Great! Good! You go tell him, right?
Nice. I'll let him know.
Great! Good! What else?
I wanted to talk to you about the exchange.
Yes. Let's talk about the exchange, huh?
Well, that's really sinister. Can you help me infiltrate the exchange?
The exchange is very powerful. Fassa doesn't know how to reach them. Maybe you talk with Voga.
How can I speak with them?
Why you speak with exchange, huh?
Oh, them.
No matter. You do not decide when to speak to them. Exchange decide to speak to you. Fassa heard they're not so happy with you. Maybe best you not speak to them.
Really?
You interrupt.
Okay, yeah. Could you help transport a family to Telos?
What? Do I look like a passenger ship to you? Stop bothering me!
Okay. And a need for... never mind. Let me go talk to... what's his face? The Ithorian. Where was he? Lasavo. He was in the... he was in here, right? In the apartments? I think so. No, not here. Not here. No, this is all maintenance-y stuff. All right. He was in one of the apartments on one side or the other. I forget where. And that's Jack Tar over there. So the apartments are over this way. So I think he was over here. If he wasn't in the refugee sector, I don't think he's in the refugee sector, though. Let's see. Mandalorians. Empty. Thugs. Now empty. There he is. Hello again. Basa says he'll let you depart if you give him some of your power cells. Ooh, this is good news. That is a good trade. There's power cells as promised. I'll be on my way. Good luck, Lasavo. Alright. Okay, let's go back. Sorry, you're quite slow. I'm just gonna go myself. I'm gonna go real fast. Go back and talk to Thassa.
You interrupt.
Yeah. How's business? Anything I can do to help prevent the hijackings? What's wrong with the pylons?
Pylon.
I'll help if you can transport a family to Telos.
You help first. Maybe we talk about it later.
Alright, I'll try and help.
Good, good. I give you basic access to Pylon consoles. From Pylon, you can read ID signature of freighters. You figure out what order the 3 freighters should dock. Freighter with higher first 2 numbers has higher priority. If first 2 numbers tied, then higher last 3 numbers has higher priority. For example, P-11-115-999 has lower priority than D-15-154-111. You got it? One more thing. First 2 numbers are always the same as the first 2 numbers in the second set of numbers. You can read freighter ID from pylons, but hard to get full signature ID from each pylon. Use the pylon power console near me to change which pylon is powered up. You go check ID signatures from each pylon, and then you assign priorities to the 3 freighters.
Okay. This is such a frickin' mess. Alright, all are active. Oh, good. We don't need to activate them separately, because we have now extra power cells. Anything to loot in here? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, let's check this out. Pylon 2 console. Examine freighter ID signatures. Silver Zephyr. Okay. I. Dash blank blank. Sorry, no, dash 96. Dash 967. Dash blank blank 1. Okay. Dorna's profits. E. 45. 45. 1. Dash 118. Alakandor. S dash 49 dash doesn't matter. Alright, main menu. Assign freighter priorities. Alright, first priority is Silver Zephyr. Second priority to Alakandor. Third priority to Torna's profits. Log out. Dunzo. Are there more of these? Am I gonna have to do a bunch of these? Eric says Michael waited for Saoirse to fall asleep and climb back into her bed. Oh my god. He's kind of a brat sometimes, you know that?
You help Fasa. I not forget. Now why you bother me again?
Could you help transport that family to Telos, please?
Can't do anything when ship's hijacked. Maybe when that problem go away, we talk about it.
Who's
Goto
hijacking? Why is Goto doing it? Like he has to do something else. Want to talk about the exchange? Can you help me infiltrate the exchange? Where can I find Voga? Here we go.
Fogger is here in dock area, on north side.
Okay. That's all. The Baz Scoundrel gloves, huh? What do those do? Ooh, restricted to Scoundrel. Okay. Zerg Defense Gauntlets. Defense bonus 1. Baz Scoundrel. Plus 5 dexterity. Oh my god. Jesus, that's really good. Okay, cool. Alright, what else do we need to do? So, Goretti and the Piazak Den. Brutally efficient player never. I thought I beat him already. I know I beat S4. I guess I have to beat them repeatedly? Voga's dancers, so I might need to go back and become a dancer to talk to Voga. I might be able to just go in and talk to him. Who knows? I'm gonna try. Work for fuel. Pilot, okay. Refugee woes. I'll deal with that at some point. Sirocco thugs. Okay.
Greetings. I am B5D8. How may I assist you?
What's this place?
This is a warehouse privately owned by Voga the Hutt. Your specific business-related inquiries will have to be directed to Voga himself. I am not authorized to disclose any information of that nature. However, I can say that this is an entirely droid-operated facility, and as such, we purchase droids for use here.
You buy droids?
We only purchase droids in larger amounts. If you have a droid you wish to sell, I would ask that you take it to Codin.
Okay, bye. I assume I can't just walk in. For an audience with Voga, you better have a good reason. I want to speak with Voga. Oh, that's a unique position to be in. Voga's schedule is openings, just requests for requests just as that. Not waste my time. What's the matter you wish to speak to Voga about? The freighter hijackings that have been plaguing his shipping. I want to be careful how you bring that up. Voga can be touchy about discussing accusations. I'll let you in, just make it fast. Of course, Voga might feed you to his hounds, so we won't have to worry about anything, will we? Okay. Welcome, guests of Voga. Please follow me. My master awaits. Oh, fine. Whatever. Can't be sneaky. Come on, guys. Okay, there's nothing in here. Fine, whatever. Why do you defile my space, human? You're irritating my calf owners. And me, speak! Tell me about the... Can you tell me about Goto? The infuriating one, Goto. He's the one I wish to see lying in a pool of blood in front of me, or with his knee bent. What has Goto done to you? Do not know how he managed it, but he preys upon my freighters. Entire shipments of fuel from Sci-fi have been hijacked by his minions. Because of this, I've been forced to cease my trading operations, which has proven quite annoying. Citadel Station's looking for a new fuel source. If I can take care of Godo, will you agree to ship fuel to Citadel Station? What? And you would do this out of the kindness of your heart? What is your price? Whoops. Everyone wants a cut. We'll receive yours, I can assure you of that. But this is getting ahead of ourselves. First, Godo must be dealt with, or the stores of Slaheron must remain on Slaheron. Is there something else? Otherwise, see yourself to the door. I want to know about the exchange. Exchange is a hut of fungus and none of the slow, creeping subtlety. They do not know the proper deference to the true lords of Nar Shaddaa. Infuriating when Godo, he is the one I wish to see lying in a pool of blood in front of me. Or his knee bent. Alright, I'll be going. Goodbye. Okay. I need to stop Godo's hijackings. Let me go back. Quick save. Let me go back to the Kazakhstan. How about that? Yeah.
I just got this message on the comlink. Looks like trouble. I think this is something everyone will want to hear.
I agree. We'll return to the Evanhawk.
The droid's the one who picked up the message. He's got it all ready to display.
Welcome, Sirik. I regret this message has taken so long in reaching you, but I only recently became aware of your presence on Nar Shaddaa. Visquis, representative of an exchange of shipping interests here on the Smuggler's Moon. I wonder what that could mean. I'm extending an invitation to join me in my private lounge within Jek Tar, where we may speak without being disturbed. I wish to discuss something of mutual interest concerning your past profession and prospects for the future. Oh, and do come alone. One human in my presence is more than enough.
Well, good thing it's not a trap.
No, Atten. I think it may be a trap.
Could you please lighten up for 1 second?
It may be a trap, but traps work both ways. This
Freya, they don't.
Visquis,
That's what makes it a trap.
His kind is spread through the lower reaches of Nar Shaddaa, and he may have information. But the choice is yours. If you go, you will have to go alone.
Where's... Alright, I'll go see him, I guess.
Well, I wouldn't keep him waiting. If you got his attention, you probably attracted the attention of someone else.
Here we go, here's the thing. This is the long thing. Has there been any news from the scout? Last news I heard was the Jedi was back with a piece of junk they call a ship. Keeps going back and forth, very tiring to watch. It's very frustrating. These Zugs are Big Ten bounty hunters, very important. But the targets come for us for collection. We can do nothing except sit and wait. I feel as if I'm back on the Labor Commission on Duros. This is one of the reasons we started affecting policy change with our blasters. Scout has reported back very strange news. The Exchange has arranged a meeting with the Jedi. I do not understand why they would do that. I thought they wanted a watcher, see if the Jedi could attract other Jedi. Perhaps the Jedi caused so much trouble, Godo got tired of it. Maybe they find other Jedi. No, it's obvious that Godo intends to do. Godo intends to hire us to drive the Jedi to Nar Shaddaa. No, now that the Jedi is here, Godo doesn't need to pay us anymore. He'll try and capture the Jedi himself. We cannot attack the Jedi. Godo would put bounties on all our heads. Oh. We'll take the others as a hostage, is what he said? Well, this is all a terrible trap. Here we go! This is that part that I mentioned that is a super incredibly long sequence where we are jumping between different characters, having to do all sorts of different things. It is at least interesting, I will say that much, and it is that sort of encouragement or encouragement makes it sound so optional and voluntary. But it's like a it's this time where you have to basically switch between using different characters throughout. It makes you use all the different characters.
I wanted to tell you, be careful. I won't be able to contact you via the comlink if something happens, and I'm betting that Squidhead knows it.
I appreciate the warning, Atten. Thanks.
Look, take these. They're healing packs. If your suit gets breached, you'll need to inject them fast if you don't want your lungs to seize up.
Hey, John.
Trust me,
Welcome.
once the seizures start, you'll be dead.
Nice. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm unbothered. I'm just fine. That's comforting. All right, thanks.
Watch yourself, and don't be too long. I'll keep an eye out here until you return. And I know just the place.
That's sketchy, but okay. Alright, to Jack Tar.
So, you're the big Jedi that everyone's been talking about. You don't look so tough to me. I thought you Jedi were supposed to be smart, and here you are running around Nar Shaddaa sticking your lightsaber into everyone's business. What, were you planning to save everyone on this moon? You're attracting more attention than a fleet of Sith warships.
In my lane playing KOTOR, flourishing. Yeah, well enough. Well enough. What's it to you?
I'm Mira. I'm the best bounty hunter in this system, and that's not me bragging, that's fact. I had you in my sights ever since you landed.
Anyway.
I've been watching you run all over the refugee sector like a bantha, and for someone with a price on their head as high as yours, you sure don't know how to keep a low profile. Look, I know that squid-head Visquis sent you a message to meet him in the Jek Tar. He works for Godo, and it's a trap. I'm betting he's gonna lure you in there, start a fight, and then he's gonna wrap you up and deliver you to Goto. Dead, claiming you attacked him.
So, what's to you?
Just this. I know you're meeting with Visquis. If I know about it, that means everybody else on this moon knows about it, or will soon enough. And when that happens, the bounty hunter truce is off. That means things are gonna get real ugly real quick.
I've been a target ever since I've entered Republic space.
I think your friends are the ones in trouble.
Oh, John S. is squid-headed pejorative for Mon Cala. No, Quarren. Close. Same homeworld.
Well, this sure beats staying on the ship.
Oh, no,
a few drinks to keep me on my toes, a few games of Pazak to keep the mind alert. Should be enough to keep me out of trouble until our fearless leader straightens things out. Give me a hit of Juma, and keep them coming. Well, looks like staying on the ship was a bad idea after all. That's what I love about Nar Shaddaa, the company. So, I don't think I caught your names. You two work here, or?
We're dancers, yes. And I guess Mon Cala would be lobster heads? Peterson intensifies. Slaves once, now no more.
Yeah?
I think they...
What happened to your master?
Fish face. Things like that. He was made deceased. We know about ourselves. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I can respect that. And you, of course. Tell us. Oh, it's review. Why become the smuggler's mood? That you're looking for something. Perhaps us. And don't do it. Don't do it, Anne. Stop. Stop it.
No, actually, I'm here protecting someone. Keeping them out of trouble. By acting as a distraction for people looking to harm her. Because with assassins like you two running around Nar Shaddaa, I think you're another problem my friend doesn't need.
So, Prince was in the Discord of Veronica and Bryce just lost power under tornado warning. Gotta keep them safe. Okay, so they're using
Anne. Try it, and we'll see what happens.
God, he cannot kill both of them. There's absolutely he has no chance here. It's been too long since we've killed. Oh, great! They're both swordy people. Jesus, do I have a melee shield? Jesus. Can I just leave? Nope, I can't leave. Ah! This is very bad. Oh my god. Okay, adhesive. Oop. Oh, I can't move now. Oh, this is very bad. Okay. I'm so screwed. Ah! Damn it, John, not you two. Sandwich between two Twi'leks, what a way to die. Yeah. Actually, you know what? For this, what I'm gonna do is... I can't even equip him! Oh my god. It's ridiculous. I'm not prepared for this. I'm not prepared for this at all. He does not have the force powers for this. Appreciate the warning, thanks. That's comforting, alright, thanks. Oh, this? This still frame? Oh, this is my horny bonk for this series. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to just... Oops, hold on. I'm going to move my camera, I'm realizing. I'm going to move myself up here. And scooch that slightly up. There we go. Better. Much better. There we go. That's appropriate.
So, you're the new Jedi that everyone's been talking about.
I know, I don't care. Shut up. Shut up, Visas. And who are you?
I'm Mira. I'm the best bounty hunter in this system, and that's not...
Visas is the blind one. Mira is the one who's not blind. And it's her name meaning vision. Or I see. Or, not I see. You, or she sees. With still frame now. I mean, it's just a pretty heavy edit of that little still frame of Mace Windu threatening the Chancellor. So what's to you?
This.
Me. Been a target ever since I
friends are the
entered
ones in
public
trouble.
space. Oh no, not my friends. Atton is going to get sandwiched between two Twi'leks, just like he's always dreamed. Horny bastard. Yeah, we get it. Everything's awful. Okay, Hyper-Adrenal Alacrity. Mandalorian Melee Shields. Owie. And... I'm just gonna grenade the hell out of him. Ow! That's not worth it. Jeez!
More where that came from.
Good lord, come on. This is ridiculous. I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed. Stop it. Can I hide? Can I hide? Is this gonna succeed?
More where that came
Please work.
from.
Oh my god, is this actually gonna work? Please don't tell me this is gonna work.
More where that came from.
Take down their shields again. More shields down. This is so ridiculous. I can't believe this worked.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
I think this is more, if this is still
Everyone
taking your
down.
shields down a little better. Maybe. I'm just gonna wait.
Everyone down.
John asks, hey Vince, didn't you know that there's more where that came from? I did not know. Now I know. Now I'm very aware of that. Are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding me. With the health packs too? Oh god. My only chance is that my sniper shot stuns, because it has a chance to stun. So I don't think I can out-damage the healing.
More where that came from.
There's more where that came from, guys. Do you
More
hear
where
that?
that came from. More
Okay,
where
killed
that
one.
came from.
Jesus. Okay.
More where that came from.
Well, I can't believe this is all I had to do for this. You know how long this took me the last time I played this game? This took
More
me
where that came from.
so ridiculously long the last time I
More
played
where
this.
that came from.
Oh my god, Atten,
More
shut
where that
up!
came from.
Shut up, Atten. Just please shut up. I'm begging you to shut up. Oh, okay, there we go. Cool.
Well, that's it. The bounty hunter truce is
Erica
off.
says I had to tell Michael to go back
That
to
means
sleep.
this place is gonna get real bad, real fast.
I figured.
I better get back to the ship. Warn the others.
Wait, can I loot them first? Yeah, Saoirse's sleeping, or trying to. Michael is refusing and bouncing around the bed. Wow, that's really rude.
There's so much noise on this moon.
Of course. It makes detecting a Jedi difficult.
But to be in a place where one drowns in the Force, why would a Jedi wish that?
A simple question, to which I ask another. Why should a Jedi want to hide?
Hey, we need to move out.
What are you talking about? What is wrong?
The truce between the bounty hunters in Nar Shaddaa is
here we go.
off. There's gonna be a war. A trap in the Jek Tar is bad enough, but having 100
No,
bounty
so they
hunters
can't
on your
say
back
Saoirse's
is something
name right
else.
without really
She was
thinking about
told to meet alone. We cannot disrupt their meeting until
Michael
the
sounds
alien
like a fun
reveals
kid.
the
Yeah, he is.
information he has.
Look, we need to move. They're coming after us,
He's
not
getting
the
into his
exile.
mischievous
If they are
phase.
coming after us, then they
He's
will be
definitely
after
hitting his
her as
terrible
well.
twos, for
We
sure.
need to go and rescue her.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm guessing we're in a lot more trouble than she is.
The other day, what was it, Sunday again? Actually, was this really just yesterday? Might have been. I think it might have been earlier than that. He basically painted his entire bedroom with poop. Perhaps you've lost your criminal Jedi exile leader. Perhaps it's more likely. Yes, very. I am Azanti Zug, leader of the Zugs. Very powerful, very skilled hunters. It would be very smart of you to tell me where the criminal Jedi has gone. My
Anybody here
patience is
catch
low.
that? All I understood was very.
I think he wanted us to give up the General to his poorly trained collection of bounty hunters.
Ah, well, that would explain it. Which one do you want?
I'll take the stupid one, who decided to threaten us rather than shoot us when he had the chance.
Ah, let's do it. I'll take the stupid one. Wait, how many people am I controlling this time? Oh, they're gonna handle it. Okay.
This is one of my safe houses. It's not too pretty to look at, but keeps away prying eyes.
I'm guessing the stench is what keeps intruders away.
Yeah, well, it's one of those trade-offs. All the freighter exhaust from the docks, you know. Some aliens actually like breathing it, if you can believe it.
So why'd you bring me here?
You know, Visquis is arranging a trap for you in the Jek Tar. No surprise there. Thing is, he intends to cut the bounty hunters out of the loop and deliver you to Goto personally. Not smart from where I'm standing.
Bounty hunter ethics don't really concern me.
An ex-Jedi with a death wish doesn't concern me. Unless credits are involved. That's why you're going to stay here until I meet with
Would I be ever interested in playing StarCraft Brood War? Yeah, I don't know. Never really been my thing. I've never been big into RTSs. Like even the only RTSs that I've really ever gotten into were the the only one I really gotten into that I put any significant time into was the Mass Effect mod for Sins of a Solar Empire. Really good mod for a decent game. The game is only decent, but man, that mod is really, really good. The Star Wars mod for it's wildly overcomplicated, even more so than the Empire one. Age of the Empire? Is that it? The Star Wars RTS. That one is way too micromanagey for me. Honestly, like most RTSs are too micromanagey for me, especially without a pause function. If there's no pause, then I can't. I get information overload and I just can't do it. I mean, as you can tell from what I'm doing right now, is I'm just talking and while Mitra just sort of stares at Mira for a very long period of time. John says, "Oh man, me and the lads have a blast with the custom games." Yeah. I mean, I'm sure, and it's not for me. It's not really my thing. No. Still, Erica or I would probably be interested in jumping into Halo. Also, since we're playing Star Wars, I'd like to get back into Star Wars Squadrons. It's a hell of a fun game. It's the single player is pretty surface level, but it's designed as an online multiplayer, and man, the online multiplayer is great. It is really, really good. It doesn't have the same kind of depth as a lot of almost esportsy kind of multiplayer online multiplayer games, but it's got really smooth controls. It's incredibly fast paced. It's super fun, and it's actually got a surprisingly well developed meta. So it's which I haven't caught up with since like 2 seasons ago. So I'd be jumping in over my head, but that's probably fine, especially with my ranking. I'm like the equivalent of gold ranked or something from like 2 seasons ago, which is troubling because I shouldn't be anymore. I haven't played in forever. Understanding that gold is just below the low end of like actual competitive tier. So like whatever, it's not called gold, but right at the bottom edge of competitive is where I sit for Squadrons. Anyway, really fun. I do kind of want to get back into it at some point. That's a good one. That's a really good online multiplayer one. On which note, I've actually been generally thinking about maybe after KOTOR 2 is done in probably a couple of months or so, I might stick with Star Wars games on Mondays and do. I mean, I've got options. My options are wide open. I could always do Fallen Order, as Fallen Order 2 is supposed to be coming out in like March or May. So next spring, March, but is it really? Next spring though. And I probably can't afford a new AAA game, but if you guys want to throw some money my way and make it a little bit cheaper for me, that might be the next thing to do. Assuming my computer can handle it and streaming. No promises there, but I'd like to try. Or I could stick with old school, which I'm doing right here, and I have the entire Jedi Academy series, which is the second one everyone likes better for the saber combat, which is way improved. Jedi Academy. Because there's Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, which is probably my favorite. And then there's Jedi Academy, the one where you play Kyle Katarn's student. That one, really good. Good. I don't think it's as good, especially story wise, but it's good. John says my computer can handle gaming and stream recording. I don't know if my internet can. It's my only backstop is older games like this is usually fine. Older games, this in particular, sometimes has issues just because it's antiquated and doesn't play well with Windows 10. But like Kingdom Come has issues once in a while. I've had to turn the graphics down to play it online, to play it while streaming, that sort of thing. I get CPU issues as well. Yeah, I mean not right now. My CPU is only at 3%. Looking at it, so I'm fine. I'm totally fine. But anyway, so Mira, how do you figure that?
Well, that smell you noticed when you came in, it's probably filtering through your lungs right now. I upped the dosage in case you had some Jedi training to resist poisons. Anybody without olfactory blockers, like I have, is going to start feeling dizzy and eventually fall unconscious. Good night, Jedi. Let me just take that environment suit, and I'll be back soon.
Great. Oh, and then she starts standing up again. Oh, man. Jeez. I like the game. Love the game. It's great. So it seems the exiles have chosen to come after me. Come after all. That's Viscous, by the way. Through the entrance to the Jet Tar. Unlock the sequencer to the private chamber. I will meet the human there. I have brought the Jedi to you. Where is Goto? You shall be compensated, Hanhar. Your crap has not yet sprung. Until then, I request your patience. Hey, look, I can level up Mira like a bunch. Oh my god. Oh, like a bunch. Jesus. Treat injury. Demolitions all the way up. Treat injury close. There we go. Demolitions is great. Oh my god, Michael's at the door again. Yeah, I just heard him. Yeah, I would love for him to just go to sleep. Really. Uncanny Dodge 2, that's good. 2 Evan fighting? What's recommended? Flurry, huh? Nah, she's not a weapony user. Wait, really? She has dueling? Can I remove it? No, I can't. Alright, I guess I'll do dueling. It recommends flurry, but I don't want to do flurry. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do a rapid shot. Attributes. Dex. Actually, yeah, Dex. Skills. Okay. Skills. Okay. Master rapid shot. Just shooting like crazy. Just tons of shooting. Yeah, tons of shooting. Shooting so fast. Alright, since I've got shooting so fast down pat, I think I am going to spec her into 2-weapon fighting. I know she's not originally built like that, but I think it works quite well, if I recall. Just this wasted feat on dueling, that sucks. Regen. Regen, maybe. Yeah, let's go regen. Say chat 3, nice. Attributes, dex, okay, skills. Level up, skills. It's times like these that I really miss old 3.5 era skill points. Hey, improved close combat. Okay, accept. Let's go skills. Again, accept, level up, skills. Beats. Okay, I have most of what I need. I could just go dueling all the way, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm gonna go up to weapon fighting now. Dex all the way up? Yeah, I think Dex all the way up is good. Now let's round off wisdom. Alright, that's it. Okay. Okay, I can't equip anything. I'm using an environment suit. Fine. Deveronians, huh? Strange to see a pressure suit within the Jek-Jek Tar, but no stranger than anything else. What do you wish? I'm looking for Visquis. Visquis must be a special visitor indeed. Proceed past the green toxin rooms. You'll find Visquis in the humidity chambers. You need to sharpen your horns. They look a little weak. Advice neither asked for nor welcome. You're here to brave the Jek-Jek Tar. Perhaps you should be going. Alright, I'll be going. Alright, which one? Ooh, chemicals. Oh, chemicals. Okay, I'm gonna just grab all of the chemicals while I'm here. They're basically crafting ingredients. And they're free! Alright, well, this was the wrong way, so that's fine. This is a ridiculously bulky environmental suit, by the way. Like, I get it. It makes sense. There's nothing, like, abnormal or too strange about that. It's just almost comically bulky. Anyway. It's weird that Twi'leks can tolerate this. I thought Twi'leks were much closer to human than that. Here we go. Gans. Like, exclusively Gans. Alright. I feel like fighting through this is going to be a nightmare because you know I'm going to have to. There's a bunch of people wielding weapons. Like, I know I'm going to have to because I played this before, but, I mean, come on. Oh, yeah, John's pointing out the ridiculousness of the leg motions. Yeah, of course you are, because it's ridiculous. The reason for the, like, super fast little legs is because this is the same animation and the same envirosuit model as from the first KOTOR. It's just they sped it up because in the last game you moved way too slowly. Just intolerably too slowly. And so they massively sped up your walking speed with it, but they didn't change the animation. So if you do this and you slow it down like really significantly, it doesn't look too bad. But at this speed, it's just like Twi'lek Sorpi and the tentacles. And the Leku. I mean, that fits with the meme, let's just say. Because while they are not actually reproductive in any way at all, they are, if I recall my really weird niche Star Wars lore, pretty sure they are erogenous zones. So there's that. They're also part of the nervous. They're part of the central nervous system, so they're brain tails. They have basically dense nerve clusters. You finally arrived. Please come in and remove that cumbersome suit. The air here is quite suitable for your kind. Do not be taken aback by our hospitality. I assure you, no one will harm you as long as you are my guest, and we keep things cordial between us. Ha! Quick change. You.
Good eyes, Hanhar. No wonder you're still number 2 on Nar Shaddaa.
Restrain yourself, Hanhar. There's no need for violence. I gather from your conversation that this is not the Jedi invited here. It's difficult for me to tell. You humans all look so alike to me. Perhaps you could care to explain why I owe the honor of this visit, where I might find the Jedi.
Yeah, and maybe you'd like to explain why you've decided to backstab Goto and claim the Jedi for yourself.
Yeah, it seems like a really dangerous place to store important nerd clusters. The prime example of human arrogance. He knows substantially less than what I do. One, everything that goes on in Jek-Jek-Tar is invisible to Goto, something I discovered by accident and have tested many times to ensure accuracy. Second, I'm acting in Goto's orders, not anymore. Hanhar and I reached an agreement to deal with Goto altogether, and collect a tidy sum from Voga.
You signed on with Voga the Hutt? Visquis, you're dumber than I thought. There's no way Goto
I
won't
wouldn't say
find
they're
out.
textured for pleasure, but like I said, they are erogenous sins, broadly speaking. Yeah, they are that does seem like a really dangerous place to store important nerve clusters, but there are plenty of stories of like losing one, or some very rare cases even both, and still being fine. So I think they have something to do with like coordination, like motor function, like the inner ear kind of thing, rather than like brain. I have a suspicion Goto will reveal himself to the Jedi when that happens. So he's basically planning on going after Goto, trying to get the help from some bounty hunters. Mira,
Yeah, right. I'm not telling you where the Jedi is. It's my bounty, and that means she's under my protection.
Predictable. Very well. Oh, okay. Take her away. It looks as if we will not be getting Jedi this What our deal and my payment. Hanhar, please, calm yourself. The Jedi was on the way to meet with sidetracked. We must be patient. If she is a Jedi, perhaps she will come for her out of some misguided sense of protectorship. If not, then she will come to meet with me, and we may strike another arrangement. Great. Now, this is also, like, for all of the neat part of playing a bunch of different characters in this section. Oh, hey.
I know you can hear me.
Master Mullet.
The numbness you feel should be wearing off soon, but not before we've spoken. When I first heard you were on Nar Shaddaa,
Master Mustache
I didn't quite
Mullet.
believe it. I didn't think anyone could track me here, but I see I underestimated you. I've watched you as you have traveled the refugee sector. I've seen what you have done. What I refused to do. Even exiled, you are more a Jedi than I. If anything, know that your actions have convinced me I can stand by and watch no longer while the exchange closes its grip on this sector. I know a young woman went to meet with Visquis in your place. He will not negotiate with her. He will kill her. I intend to rescue her. I will return shortly, or not at all. If you have come to this moon for answers, or for revenge, then you will follow me. For if I fail, then you will be denied both.
Great. You know, you could have, like, waited till I woke up and... like, I could have gone with you. Oh, it's this one. Alright, first of all, I'm going to quick save again, because my god. Otherwise, that just took way, way too long. Mosquito. Standing water from the hurricane, by the way, has caused a lot of mosquitoes. A lot of mosquitoes. Usually they don't bother me so much, just because I'm Italian and therefore made of garlic, but... This isn't the Jek-Jek-Tar. That is. But They don't bother me too much, but once in a while, like that. Okay, let's go get suffocated. The genuine specimen. I thought I might have had to waste more time and resources baiting another trap. We should let the fumes of the Jet Tar capture the Jedi for us. Hey.
Listen to me. Clear your thoughts.
Just trying to stay conscious.
Still you're breathing. Let the trace amounts of air in your lungs hold you. The Force can sustain you. Listen to it. Let it keep you alive until you reach safety.
Cool. Neat. I don't have to breathe anymore. Breath control. It protects you from all poison damage for a limited period of time at the cost of Force points. Oh.
It is an old technique similar to the healing trance. Some Jedi can hold their breath for hours, even days.
Oh, so it's gonna cost me Force points to do this. The Jedi is strong, even the air of this place cannot bring her down. I will worry in these subtleties. Let all the clientele know the Jedi. The real Jedi has arrived. If necessary, remind them of the price on the exile captured her. You think they can stop the Jedi? You'll carve through them like a blade. Renhar, do not take me for a fool. They cannot kill the exile, only weaken her for capture. But be silent, blah 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 blah. You can fight the toxins that are inhaled or absorbed in the skin with breath control. Collect this force power and use it to keep you alive in Jet Tar. Great. Thanks, I hate it. Okay, I think I'm doing okay. Never go back to sleep. What? I'm really glad that I have such high light side points. Alright. See you later. See you later, John. Say hi to the boys while you're playing Halo. Later. Have a good one. Okay. Stop it. Really? You gonna do this? Free chemicals! Anyway, so what I was talking earlier about things that people get wrong about Tolkien. And one of the other things that came to mind is I mean, I don't know if it's something that people get wrong about Tolkien, but it's an interesting thing. It's an interesting insight that Tolkien had, and it's one that I think he was inconsistent about, oddly. And I know to say that Tolkien was inconsistent about things, that's kind of weird, but he was not. I mean, he wasn't an incredibly systematic thinker. He wasn't Thomas Aquinas. He was a literary scholar, you know? And so, what that ultimately means is that I think he got some things that are perfectly reasonable, perfectly right. But then also there were some things that he got right sometimes, wrong other times. And one of those points is, I think, the idea of artificial languages. Really used artificial languages. So artificial lingua franca. Lingua francae, I think? Lingua francae, I think, would be the term. So the go-to example of this in like the real world is Esperanto. Esperanto is a lingua franca, but it's an artificial one. It's not one that developed organically as a lingua franca. It was this idea that after World War I, that there was this massive amount of disunity in Europe, and that wouldn't it be great if we could unite Europe under a common language? Because we can't unite it anymore under a common church or a common culture or anything like that. And so, even now, I'll note, Tolkien supported this idea of uniting Europe under this new common language, under Esperanto, which was made up. It was invented for the sake of being able to I guess, convey meaning is a way to say it, but also like to be familiar enough to native speakers of most European languages, such that it would be easy enough to learn for anyone, but not much easier for any one linguistic group than another. And so, unlike English, which, man, English is hard to learn for almost anyone. Even native English speakers have trouble learning English, in case you've never met a native English speaker and don't know this. English is a really hard language to learn. So that's why, even though he loved English, he didn't think of it as a kind of lingua franca for Europe, let alone the world, which has really become since then. You know, stop attacking. Poison rocket. Cool. In any case, though, right, so Tolkien didn't really think of English as a lingua franca. He thought of it as a native language. And so he was on board with the Esperanto project, this idea that with the League of Nations, politically, we could also sort of unite Europe linguistically with Esperanto. And, Tolkien was big on making up new languages, obviously. He did it for all of his books, right? For all of the races in his books. It's the reason he wrote the Lord of the Rings and the Silmarillion and the Hobbit and all these books. But I think, like I said, that this is kind of an inconsistency in Tolkien. I don't think that given his sort of ideological priors, he should have reasonably supported something like Esperanto, an artificial lingua franca. And it's because it's so inorganic. Esperanto is not a real language. It's not. It didn't develop like a language. It doesn't develop like a language. It develops like an artifact, something that is crafted and created, and it was developed like an artifact, something crafted and created. And therefore, it's exactly the kind of thing that Tolkien hated, which was a very artificial, unnatural technology that disrupts the natural order of things rather than complementing it. And so, I think at least, he ought to have had more of a problem with it than he did. Everybody stop moving. It's weird to me that he was so approving of something like Esperanto, and we can see this, or at least I see this, in his only example of an artificial lingua franca in The Lord of the Rings, in his entire Legendarium, which is the one language that he made, parts of at least, but he absolutely loathed. That is the Black speech of the orcs of Mordor. This was a lingua franca, something that was a sort of singular language that different orcs were supposed to be able to use to communicate with each other. Oh, jeez. This is stupid. So silly. Ah! I hate the sound so much. Jesus, this is so ridiculous. Alright, what do I have here? How about I put a mine down? Jesus, this is ridiculous! I'm so glad I have stasis field for this. If I didn't, I'd be so screwed. Anyway, yeah, so part of what Tolkien wrote about the Black Speech that he hated so much was its artificiality. The fact that it wasn't a natural language, it didn't develop like a language is supposed to. Are you kidding me? God. And so because of that, it wasn't the right kind of thing, right? It wasn't a language, really. It was more like it was an artificial set of linguistic norms. So it functioned as a language, but it didn't develop like a language. It didn't act like a language. And so Tolkien, ever the linguist, hated the damn thing, and he made it such that he could hate it. But it's ironic to me that, and maybe that's because he had a higher vision for the sort of lords of Europe, or at least let's say the rulers of Europe, than we do. Certainly higher than we should. Why is this happening? Okay. There it is. Okay. Okay, here we go. I forgot to use Force Speed, which I really should have been using all along. This gives me an extra attack per round, which, man, that helps. Anyway, so with Force Speed up, I should be able to run through this pretty easily. Anyway, so I think that that Tolkien, for very Tolkienine reasons, was I think probably wrong to support Esperanto, and I think maybe maybe the reason is that he wasn't nearly as quick to compare, say, the League of Nations or any kind of Central European authority with Sauron. That I think to us really should be pretty intuitive. Like, if you look to, say, the European Union, and you don't see a tyrannical institution, a really Sauron-like tyrannical institution, I don't know what you're looking at, because we're not looking at the same political institution. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Okay, is that all of them? It's gotta be all of them. I really hope that's all of them. Dark Jedi Master. Okay, I think that's all of them. So. Exiles come far, too far. Jedi is a predator. You baited a trap, but only you are caught. Perhaps no one are. As you know, many vents and shafts are beneath the Jek Tar. You chased Mira through the woods, if I recall. So it is, I heard. You do have a base beneath the Jek Tar to trap the Jedi. Yes, it is a private sanctuary, stocked with other hunters as eager to capture Jedi, as much as I and you. We will trap the Jedi there and wait until the gases overcome her and make her fit for delivery. Then I will go with you to your base, and I will help you trap the Jedi. After all, we are allies in this, and you would not betray me as you betrayed the others. Oh, indeed, Hanamar, against this foe we stand together. There is no more reason for us to remain here. Let us go to the lower level of the Jek Tar, where the Jedi cannot reach us. Yes, and we shall see if the Jedi follows. I plan to. Whee! Knock you out. You too. Fast stabs. Alright. So, yeah, I think that for all of, especially for all of his anti-authoritarianism, I think Lewis, maybe Lewis too, but Tolkien in particular was a little bit naive about sort of the centralization of Europe. Which, I mean, yeah, he saw that sort of thing happening with Germany, but he saw it as a foreign empire that was expanding. And it was an expansionist empire, which, you know, that's the kind of thing that everyone should be afraid of. You don't tend to fear so much an alliance, right? Which, I mean, an alliance was really what the Allies were, the Allied powers, which formed the European Union, no, not the European Union, the United Nations. Stop it. Gotta go fast. I mean, they formed the League of Nations too, for that matter. But especially what eventually came to form the European Union is a sort of an alliance, a voluntary-ish, voluntary enough alliance. And because it was a voluntary alliance, a lot of people were not as scared as they probably should have been. They didn't notice that the European Union was going to be immediately dominated by Germany at once. Things like that. I mean, to be fair, a lot of this was predictable, but what do you get? I think that's all of them. Ooh, rebreather. I assume that's not useful. Or it's at least unnecessary when I have the Force. Yeah, Master Speed and Master Flurry are an amazingly brutal combination in this game, even more than the first one. They're really good in the first one, but they're even better in this one. If I remember right, it's even more dangerous with dual wielding, but that takes like 3 feats. So maybe eventually I'll do that, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh. Hey, excuse me. Ladies, I will now just move on past all of you, and I'm honestly surprised that this isn't turned into a fight. A bunch of, Twi'lek dancers pulling out, I don't know, force pikes that are oddly suggestive and doing an attack. Anyway. Who knows? A door. This leads to the tunnels? Gotta be more here. Please, I beg you, do not harm us. Calm down. I mean, you no harm. Where's Viscus? Wish no more trouble. There's a route at the back of the spa. You'll find what you're seeking there. The master has private chambers are beneath the Jekjektar. He goes there for privacy. Anything else I should know about Viscus's private chamber? Traps, defenses. There's a maze of tunnels that lead to this chamber, old ventilation ducts connected to the docks. They're filled with toxins, with gas lethal to humans. If you do not find your way through in time, you'll die. And even if you made it through, he has an entire clan of bodyguards, Ubis, that serve him. You must be careful. Ubis, great. They hate Jedi, even ex-Jedi, more than anything. Be careful. He and his guards are expecting you. I think they've been setting up this trap for a long time. Have you seen a red-haired girl, leather, lots of attitude? Yes, she came here. She did not know of all the traps that Viscus had in this chamber, and she was caught by surprise. Alright. Get to safety. I'll handle your master. Glad I talked to her instead of just walking on through. Oh, wait. Let's save. Now, that was relatively easy. It was not easy. It was relatively easy. It was easier than anything else. This is your stronghold. It is well hidden. It's impossible to enter if I do not wish it. I choose my visitors carefully, and my victims. We may walk freely here, talk freely here, as we did in the Jekjektar. Is my home, stocked with my soldiers, far from Goto's eyes. You trust this clan of Ubis to walk among them. Even through their environmental suits, they smell of hate, fairly controlled. Obey my orders, as do you. They are well trained, no discipline, and despise Jedi. All that unpleasantness with the Republic bombing their world into radioactive ball, you know, and the Jedi never moving to help. Such a tragedy, and from such tragedies weapons and tools are forged. You trust in their hate, not their skill. They cannot be controlled. The Jedi will murder them. Curious. You sound almost hopeful, Hanhar. Or is it concern I detect? Regardless, you presume too much. This clan has dedicated themselves to revenge against all Jedi. Their will is focused on training to hunt and kill them. The Jedi will kill them all. It will be quick, I think. These Upis know battle, but they do not know war, as the Jedi does. We shall see. Come on, Harry, I have a gift for you, as a show of good faith. It will give us something to divert our time when we wait for the Jedi. There's a bunch of static on your map screen. It looks as if interference in the tunnels is scrambling the map. That's dumb. Shh. Yeah, it looks like it. Let's see if we can do it. Ow! Alright, fine. You know what? I'm just gonna blow him up instead. This takes almost no force points for me to do this. Alright, Suyin, huh? First the map goes static, then I hit a frag charge, tearing my leg to hell. Who placed charges down here? Farah must have set me up, or somebody else is protecting something down here. If I could still walk, I could gather the frag mines, use their beacons to leave a trail out. There's not much chance of that. Looks like Voga isn't going to get his spice after all. They'll break down into their chemical components in an hour in these fumes. Darn. Let's see then. Hey! Let's save again. Locked, huh? Oh no, I'm working on it. We're wasting time. We must prepare for the Jedi. Be patient, Hanhar. The gas in the tunnels will take care of the Jedi for us. Right, one who does not know the tunnels has no chance of finding the exit. The Jedi will find her way. She has endured worse. You think much of the Jedi's chances. It wasn't actually that hard. I just go straight, then turn left, and I'm there. Even should the Jedi reach the exit, the door will not open. Either back to the Jack Tower, or here into my stronghold. It would have to be opened from the inside, and even if it would, then my guard would do what the gas could not. I missed a line. Oh no, Mira. Uh-oh, she's in trouble. Mira, I'm pleased that my trap did not cause any permanent scarring. No doubt your Jedi friend has decided to come here anyway in search of you. How touching. It will not be long before the Jedi lies unconscious in the tunnels, and I will send the Ubis to hunt it down. But in the meantime, as boss in this sector, I must pronounce judgments on those who have crossed me, and reward those who serve me. Mira, I believe you know this one, as he knows you. Uh-oh. Yeah, this hit me one bite. Hanhar, I have heard tales of how you ripped humans in half. Indulge me. Left her armed. I did not want her to die too quickly. Here, we are far from the eyes of the other bounty hunters. Now my debt will be ended.
That does it, Hanhar. I don't want to kill you, but I will if you don't get out of my way.
Your threat means nothing. You have not the strength to kill me, Lord. There's no one coming to save you. Your Jedi friend is trapped in the tunnels of this place, and soon dead. If you want your bounty, then rescue your Jedi. But first, you must go through me. Okay. So I've got to defeat Hanhar, escape, and then let Mitra out of the tunnels. So this is a big, nice look into the whole the insight that we talked about earlier in the context of Kreia, in the context of the Rule of Two and the Sith philosophy in general, that criminals like this cannot work together. They fundamentally can't work together because they are always constantly fearing each other. They're afraid of each other turning on them for good reason, right? Because chances are they're going to turn on them. And I mean, the problem with that is that means you can't plan in a stable manner for things to come in the future. You have to plan for all sorts of eventualities. A lot of effort gets wasted in that process instead of working with people, good people that you can reasonably trust. And so we have a very, I would say, kind of obvious problem here. Rocket launcher, fire grenades, darts, and rockets. He also does not trigger mines. Doesn't trigger mines. Very nice. Okay, I need to equip her with stuff. Defense bonus 5. Good versus melee. No, that's actually really good. Very good. Rocket launcher. Mandalorian melee shield. Immunity to poison? No. Stealth field enhancer? No. Damage resistant versus sonic? No. Targeting visor? Yeah. Safety harness? Immunity belts. Immunity belt. Dexterity plus 1. Dexterity plus 2. Plus 1, wisdom plus 1. As to my demolitions, that's actually really good. Because I need demolitions. I use demolitions. Cardio package, sure, con plus 1. Oh, jeez. Canian heavy pistol. Range the same. There's a stun chance on that. Use the Watchman Blaster. I mean... No, that's fine. That's fine for now. Okay. All right, let's try this tranquilizer dart. That'll help. God, that did nothing. Alright, let's hit him with an adhesive. Oh no, that's really bad. That's really bad. That's worse. Melee shields. Oh, actually, never mind. This is fine.
That's another one for me.
That actually wasn't that hard. That was unexpected. Still, I have the Jedi, and now I have no need to play on our services. I have other entertainment for you, I think. Oh, great. Cat hounds. I'm going to check on the Jedi. I'll leave you here with a payment I intended for Hunhar. Alright, find a way out. Let the Jedi in. Fashion grenade. Sonic detonator.
That's another one for me. That's another one. That's another one for me.
Actually, this is just fine. She is actually pretty beefy. She's got surprisingly good defense. Frank Dark Poison Dart. Super Blade.
That's another one for me.
That was way too easy. Dirty Tunneler, nice, nice, nice. Heavy Blaster, that might actually be better. Arcanian Heavy Pistol. Instead of the Watchman Blaster. Lower damage, better crit. More reliable damage. It's 2d4 instead of 1d10. 5 versus 5. So yeah, no, it's slightly lower damage, but more reliable. Heavy Blaster. That has the stun chance. I'm gonna stick with the stun chance one, because that's actually really good. Okay, that was decent, so let's quick save. That actually went fine. Old Beast Tender Corpse. Oh man. Well, that's disappointing. For him. Kind of typical, though. A Cryoban grenade. Yeah, that's very nice. Very nice. She's the one who uses grenades. Like, basically. Out of all of the whole party, she is the explosives expert.
At last, some action. That's another one for me. That's another one for me. That's another one for me.
Jesus. Yeah, no, she's impressive. Let's check this first. Oh boy, let's run. Oh god, that's really bad. That's really, really bad.
Let's see what you got. That's another one for me. Let's get done fast.
She does, for all of her damage output, her insane damage output, great utility. She's so squishy. There's no hit points. I think she has a 10 con or something. Which is very bad. Very, very bad. Another one around the corner? Okay, yeah, there is.
That's another one for me. At last, some action. That's another one for me.
I gotta say, the enemy pathing for this game is not good. Thankfully.
Like that?
Because otherwise, fighting with blaster characters is really hard.
For me. Like that?
Like, melee has a huge advantage if enemy pathing didn't suck so bad. Alright, this is the right way. I want to go the wrong ways. All of the wrong ways first. Clear out everybody I can.
That's another one for me. That's another one for me.
Wait, no.
At last, some action. That's another one for me.
And I can kite them okay. That's good too. That's good too.
That's another one for me. At last, some action. Like that?
Ow.
That's another one for me.
Ow.
That's another one for me.
Is he gonna forget about me? Well, that works, kind of. Ow. That worked. Alright. Medpack. Needed. Oh, man. I kind of love exploiting the pathing. That's nice. That is, it's oddly satisfying. It really shouldn't be, because it's cheating, but it feels oddly satisfying.
Stand back.
Okay, let's see. What do we got in here? Sonic Blaster, alright. Anderson Double Blade, Disruptor Rifle. Ooh, Disruptor Rifle. Very nice, too. Alright, let's see. This way.
Easy.
Looks like a kitchen or something. Arc of Jeth's robe. Interesting. Another Sonic Blaster. Let's put those in here. don't know what they do. They're not oh, they are balanced. Okay. Oh. Temporarily reduce an opponent's dex. Additionally, they may many types of shields and defenses are ineffective. Okay, cool. I kind of dig that. I'm gonna try them out. They look so dumb. Oh god. Like the devs saw the Geonosian blasters and they're like, I want to make some of these. And then they did. Uh-oh.
At last. That's another one for me.
Now we. Need more med packs. I'm just blowing through my med packs. Because of course I am. Alright, I've already been through here, but I might as well open it up. Wait, have I? Ooh, workbench. Workbench. Upgrade. Alright. These. Wait, I have no components. But I can make some components. Create. One scope. Slowed. Alright. Accuracy scope. Back modifier. Alright, alright. Charger. Pulsator. Massive criticals. Broadening chamber. Massive criticals. Energy bonus. Beam splitter. Damage bonus. What is this? Mandalorian chamber. Higher attack, lower defense. I'm gonna go with the pinpoint because I like slow. Let's make 2 of those. And upgrade. Melee ranged. Slow him down. Alright, cool. And then Watchman, I guess I can... Doesn't have any drawbacks, so... That'll do a little bit extra versus droids. Why not? Slice the computer. Security cameras. Training chamber. Empty. Return to root menu. Chamber west. Root menu. Root menu. System commands. Area schematics. Log out. I don't really need to open the security doors just because I can slice them. It's not a problem. Have sufficient slicing, or I guess security to get through all of them. There's not really a problem. Alright, here we go. Computer spike, nice. Need those. No, oh, life support packs, yes. Yes, alright. Let's go back this way. Now I'm wondering, I don't remember for sure whether Mira was one of the characters, one of the, I think, many characters who can become Jedi or Force sensitive. Time to kite. Ow. Wow, these sonic blasters are really, really good. Okay. Ow. Jeez.
Let's leave this right here. That's another one for me.
Man, I forgot my good old advice. Because I used to play humans versus zombies, and one of the best pieces of advice playing as a human. Oh god, I'm stuck. One of the major pieces of advice playing as a human. So if you're not familiar with the game, Humans versus Zombies is a like basically a several days long game of tag, where the humans use Nerf blasters and socks, right? Throwing bundle up socks. To stun zombies. Meanwhile, the zombies are trying to tag and turn the humans. And when the zombies turn a human, the human turns into a zombie. Obviously, that's what turned means. And so humans basically have to defend themselves over the course of like 5 to 6 days, or however long a particular game is. And the zombies are, when they're hit, they're stunned for 10, 15 minutes, depending on the game, depending on timing, all that stuff. And so it's fundamentally there are two major factors to consider between the two sides, two major differences. One is safety versus safety versus aggression, right? Because humans have to worry a lot more about safety because they have one life. They only live once. And then the other dynamic. So right, humans have to basically play much more cautiously than zombies. Zombies can rush in, because they can afford to die, right? Because the zombie has infinite lives. They just respawn basically after, like I said, usually it's 15 minutes. And so humans have to play really cautiously, but zombies can be hyper-aggressive, and they can only really succeed by being hyper-aggressive because they're outgunned. They have to physically tag a human to turn one. But human has ranged options. They can shoot with Nerf blasters. And so that actually means that there's another dynamic at play, which is melee versus ranged. And then this is something that transfers over to a lot of games and such too, non-sport, non-physical kind of games, like video games, to tabletop games, all that kind of stuff. Stuff where this kind of tactical consideration actually matters. Let's put a frag mine there.
Let's leave this right here.
Do you just heal? The other big difference in melee versus ranged, one of the big things that you have to learn playing as a human, because I was usually a human, I was decently good at least at keeping myself safe and defending myself and such, is to take corners wide. Because if you're really close to a corner, when you take the corner like this, you just peer around, you will get hit. Because there could be somebody waiting right around that corner in melee range to you. And your only real chance to stay away from the zombies is to stay physically away, separated from them by physical distance, and then pew, shoot them down with your blasters. Just like Mira here. And since Mira is a primarily ranged character, her tactics
stand back.
Are, and at least should be, relatively similar. You know, staying back away, staying far away, staying...
Harder than I thought.
Really? Fine. Security tunneler.
A little harder than I thought.
Shoot it. Shoot it more. Shoot it more. Anyway. Plasma rocket. Bitchin'. So, like I said, the big deal is that Mira is really squishy. She can get taken down by melee relatively easily. And so taking corners wide like that, backing way far up before they can advance to the corner, means that they have to run all the way to you, getting you a chance to shoot them down. Now combine this with my nice little technique of exploiting the AI pathing. And what I wind up doing is going way the hell over here, triggering him, and shooting him all the way to the bank. Before he can get to me. And that seems to be pretty effective. Now, I don't always do it perfectly, and sometimes I get hit, but it doesn't look like I'm dying in this by this method, so...
That's another one for me.
Oh man, he got me, but
Like that?
it still took him down before he can do significant damage to me. This one too. Looks fine.
That's another one for me.
There we go.
That's another one for me.
Ow. Alright. So anyway, I hope this tactics lesson was useful for you, whether you're doing anything resembling actual combat, or whether you're doing a game that involves combat, or whatever else, because this actually applies pretty broadly. Oh god, I procced them all. Okay, I triggered them all. That's not good.
That's another one for me.
Okay, he got me once. That's fine. And see, this is why I took that close combat feat too. So once they do get in close, I can just keep shooting at them just fine.
This should be
Now, it's worth noting as well that this applies just as well to anything, any like tactics-based games too, like tabletop RPGs. Like if you are playing D&D, and you're a primarily ranged character, whether that's ranged proper, like bow and arrow kind of range, or whether that's magic user, chances are you can't tank a hit nearly as well as the martial classes. It's like a fighter, a melee fighter. And so when you and your party or whatever are breaching a door, take it not just far back, but wide. So go wide around corners. And by going wide around corners like that, you avoid that that whole getting jumped as soon as you open the door problem.
A little harder than I thought.
Fine, security tunneler.
A little harder than I thought.
Really? Shoot it. Wouldn't break anything again. Okay, I think I've covered everywhere. We're ready to get out of here. Yeah. Alright, now I gotta go open the vents. Get to Mitra. That'll about do it. Actually, wait. Yeah, that's it. What was that? I saw somebody over here. Magnetically sealed triple reinforced Duraseal. Looks like it leads to the vent tunnels where the Jedi is trapped. There may be an override somewhere else on the level. Override is, I think, right here. It's this console, right? Ventilation control. System commands. Open doors. Look out. That did it. I think. Unless it didn't. No, it didn't. What the hell? Okay, fine. What?
Easy.
Ooh, Johnny shield, nice. Security cameras. Root menu. System commands. Root menu. Cameras. Nothing. It's not here. That's not it. Well, what the heck? Here? In one of the training chambers? Huh. Oh, there's a door here. I missed that. Tunnel control. Access all available escape routes. Based on area schematics, there are only two entrances to Visqua's base. One is through the tunnels from the Jack Tar. The other's private emergency tunnel, pre-programmed escape route to the Nar Shaddaa docks in the event a security door or to the vent tunnels is opened. Activate emergency escape route and leave. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, here. I don't know why I can't just wait around for the Jedi, aside from, you know, her trying to kill me, which she surely would. Open the vent doors early. I ordered it sealed until I gave the command. Couldn't the Jedi open it from the inside? Mira. It looks like the hunter is trying to escape. I'll send some men to take care of her and lock her anywhere. Just make sure she won't escape again. Apply more of the clan to cover this base. We will need all of them. I no longer care if the Jedi lives or die. Okay, so it's Jedi time. Mitra is now going to rush through this whole place. Presumably, now completely restocked with bad guys. Map has been recalibrated. Go back through the tunnel. Your locator's these events. Let's see what that robe was. Actually, a master. So, back bonus 4. Arcajath's robe. Wisdom +3. Regenerate force points 3. Nice. Regeneration 3. kind of like it. Do I like the look of that? Oh, that is pretty cool. The Jalshia Neophyte robe is better defense. Right? Actually, wait. It's my dexterity bonus. +5. Oh my god. No, this is actually better. I mean, it's the same defense bonus. Reflex plus persuade plus stealth. Charisma, constitution, regeneration 3. So when you say regeneration 3, that's regenerating health. This is regenerating force points, which might be better. Increases my stats so much more, though. Wisdom +2. That's really good. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep this for now. What's that? Oh, hey. Did I miss a locker? Did I miss a locker? Take mask, life support pack. I missed a locker. Ah. And control. Security cameras. Gas the room. How did one survive? Route menu. Chamber West. Empty. Log out. Oh, ripped apart. So, the funny thing about this is, I have done this quest without a lightsaber. Like, before I got my lightsaber. And it was so much harder. Unbelievably harder. Alright. Let's leave. Yeah, let me just... Come on. Wait, why can't I escape? What's wrong?
Great. I need to get out of here before Visquis executes me.
Look, there's Visquis. Oh, it's saving. That's good news. Okay, I need to choose one party member to accompany Atten and Bowder. Oh, Atten and Bowder, huh? The Disciple. I need a tank. I only have 10 minutes left. Party selection complete. Okay, attributes, dexterity +1. Okay, skills. Yeah, here we go. Toughness. Demolitions and stealth. I have great gearhead. Good on gearhead. No, let's go with Brute power attack. Sure. No, what's it recommend? Dueling. No, I'm not going to do dueling. I don't use one-handed weapons with him. I use big, chunky two-handed weapons. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that's stupid. Maybe that's actually a good point. Maybe I should change how he's equipped. I don't have a good pistol for him, though, in my inventory, I don't think. I should be using a sword anyway, so no, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Zebra sword. That'll be fine. Then Zabrak heavy pistol. Sure. Battlesuit. Bonus. Okay, let's level up Disciple. Force Sensitive. Okay, so he has 2 skill points now, so I can actually start putting some points into awareness. Oh god. Alright, Revitalize. Force Deflection. What's it recommend? Stun Droid? Nah, Deflection. Actually, wait, no, he's going to be using lightsabers a lot. But no, I think you're right. Stun Droid's probably better. Go Stun Droid. Plus, it's a light side power.
You have left me an opening! Together then! You have left me an opening!
Wow, okay.
I am listening.
Just say the word.
Yeah? I am ready.
Yeah, saber and sword. Cool. Very cool. Alright, I am going to have to save and quit. Actually, you know what? Now it's as good a time as any. We killed those dudes. We killed our nasty dudes. Restricted by armor. Are you serious? Crap. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Alright, well, anyway. Let's save there. How much time do we have in? Yeah, pretty good. There we go. Alright, so. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I had a great time. This is one of those crazy parts of this game that is wildly convoluted, and honestly, it'll probably take all of next time too, which will not be this coming week. Because this coming next Monday is Halloween, and I don't expect to be streaming. I will let you know for sure on Thursday, but I don't expect to be streaming next Monday night with Halloween. I really doubt it. So I will see you guys Thursday, though, for Kingdom Come Deliverance. At some point, like I said, I'm hoping at least to get another Rings of Power video out on some issues involving the depiction of elves and mortality and stuff like that. Which, I don't know, that might wind up requiring that I watch a lot more of the show than I would like to, so I might not wind up doing it. I'm not committing. But I'm thinking very strongly about it, and I might wind up doing it. So, anyway. That is a thing that I'm thinking about doing. That is a thing that is coming up, hopefully and otherwise, Thursday for Kingdom Come Deliverance. Then the following Thursday for more Kingdom Come Deliverance. And then 2 weeks from today, next Monday, right back here, continuing this long quest line, dealing with the Exchange and Knights of the Old Republic 2. So, thank you all once again so much for joining me. Yeah, we're not streaming on Halloween. Yeah, I didn't think so. I wanted to talk to you about it just to make sure, but I didn't think so. Anyway, so thank you all once again for joining me. Hope you have a wonderful evening. I will see you all next time. Good night.